So Evan, I know we were talking a little bit about the industry and kind of what's going on in the industry. It's been kind of a rough year for some. Some have been having a fine year, but definitely been some different ups and downs throughout the year. And one thing obviously as kind of the digital experts in the industry, we're looking at the digital side, what's going on there. Um, and I wanted to talk a little bit about it. Because I've been hearing things about Google updates and traffic out there and whatnot. And I wanted to kind of clarify what those were and and see how we could help some people. So um, now in September we had some interesting changes, right? We had a couple of updates. Um, One of them in particular was frankly an update that didn't actually accomplish anything except for Google. And what that update did was, and they started around September 11th, was they actually stopped the ability for software to check your rankings past 20, right? So, and I won't get into the technicals of it, but that changed everybody's analytic. Well, not so much the analytics, but if you're looking at Search Console, you're looking at some of these other tools, it might look like you have a decline when you don't, because, well, from the data that we're seeing, it looks like about 2/3 of the traffic that was actually um, looking at your rankings was bots. So Google cut that. So pretty interesting move on their part. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I was surprised that they did it, even though I probably shouldn't be surprised by anything Google does now. We've been doing this for a long time, you longer, but me still over 15 years. And Google will continue to, surprise. And, when they pulled that away, it was interesting because, yes, it impact the software. If you're looking at rankings and you're doing keyword research and you're trying to find, I guess where there might be some opportunities or where you're generating everything from, you no longer can go out as far as you used to. So when that happened, you had a lot of different things that you'd start to show that would either look like you were doing better in some cases, such as the average ranking position might appear higher because you're no longer reporting on the rankings that were pretty far out and didn't really matter. Like you said, the impressions would be lower as well because there's actual people now that are counting for the impressions versus just having the bots that are the scrapers and everything else that are making it look like you're getting a lot of more eyeballs on it. But that's all sort of pretend data, I guess, for lack of a more eloquent phrase on my part, because it didn't really matter. Right? You're not actually marketing to bots, and the keywords that are so far out, they don't really make a difference either. So while the data looks different from a reporting perspective, right, the marketing agency maybe is taking a look at that and things are looking down or, not looking the way that they used to. The actual traffic to the website shouldn't be impacted at all from that.
Right. No, it won't impact the actual clicks from Google to the website.